Hello, it's me, Sushil Suvedi, and today I'm here to present my project, which is titled is Gummingurru Website Renewal and Social Media Strategy. Uh, this project focus on how Gummingurru Aboriginal Corporation can change its online presence through a renewed website and a structured social media plan. Uh, this presentation is done for the assessment too of course navigation and digital revolution. My student ID is U1180990. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge the AI tools that I have used during this project or this assignment. I have used different AI tools like ChatGPT, Grammarly for generating idea, structuring the content, and to clarify the some complex topic. Uh, these tools just help me to refine my writing and ensure the clarity. But all the final returns are my own original, and I am well aware about the academic integrity, guidelines, and all the supporting tools. Now, talking about the Gummingurru Aboriginal Cooperation. Uh, Gummingurru Aboriginal Culture Cooperation is a cultural site which is located in Darling Downs and managed by Gummingurru Aboriginal Corporations. Its main mission is to preserve its traditional knowledge and provide education and tourism experience that celebrate Aboriginal heritage. Talking about its vision is to make Gummingurru a leading hub for cultural education and tourism by connecting all communities, school visitors through authentic learning experience. Main focus is on authentic learning experience and to preserve Waka Waka culture. Now talking about the industrial landscape and trend, Gumingru operates in the cultural heritage, education and tourism sector. Now talking about the current trends, there is growing global interest in authentic indigenous experience. Nowadays, people wants to learn about cultural directly from traditional owners, means from our local owners. If we talk about the Australia, if this trend goes on, we can expect the indigenous tourism market might grow up to USD 12 billion by 2030. And nowadays, different schools and university are also showing interest on partnership as there is also need of some digital educational resources. Now we can also find the different business challenges during this project. There are also major business challenges like the main challenge is lack of digital infrastructure. This website was built a year ago by university student and is now outdated. It lacks essential features such as online booking, donation option, and a volunteer management system. There is also no active social media presence as I told already, which means very limited community people are engaged with this culture, and there are almost no digital visibility, so it is also no longer aligns with Gomin Group Corporation's missions and visions. So the gap on these digital presence can impact on growth and mission. Now if we talk about the market opportunity, currently there is strong market opportunity. There is huge demand of authentic indigenous cultural tourism. Um, Talking about the Queensland, it attract about 27% of all the indigenous cultural visitors, and there are also increasing demand for authentic indigenous tourism, especially among school and cultural travels, as many schools are planning to make some educational tours and make, want to content also want to add in their curriculum, and people are increasing for cultural preservation and volunteering. And in active social media presence also can attract the global donor sponsors to support women group programs for their projects, and public is also aware and support and are supportive for the cultural preservation. As I already told, many people are showing their interest for volunteering for preservation. Now talking about the targeting audience, we can target different types of audience for different purposes. Now talking about the audience, we can see here volunteers. Volunteers can be used to for land care. They can maintain the site and they can preserve the culture and people. And also we should also target the some other audience like sponsors and donors who can support for cultural programs and infrastructure development. They can help us financially. We can also target for educational partners. Different educational sectors like schools and university are looking forward for workshop and some educational um, resource and educational tools for their students. We also can target both local and international tourists or visitors for cultural experience. At last but not the least, we all have to target the Aboriginal community, which ensure cultural accuracy and community ownership. They give the strength about cultural accuracy and authority. Now, there are also some related competitors. Uh, I have thus listed only three competitors. All these three competitors have their own strength and own weakness. Now, firstly, talking about Queensland Museum Aboriginal cultural section, their main strength is that they have strong social media presence and professional storytelling, but they lack on Gummingurru uniqueness. Now, secondly, I have got about the Bunya People's Aboriginal Corporation. They also are active on social media like Facebook and on like Facebook post, but they lack on other different social medias like Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, etc. And at last, I have also written about the Nanda cultural tours. They have offer different educational tour and tourism package for the different educational sectors and for visitors. Talking about their weakness, they have less followers and they also lack on depth storytelling. Now, talking about the Gummingurru's current digital presence. Currently, Gummingurru's digital presence is quite limited and quite outdated. Now, talking about the website has outdated content and no interactivity, and is also not mobile friendly and lacks booking or donation system. And now, secondly, social media. There are no active social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. So we don't have any public exposure. Now, if we're talking about the source list, mm, the source list are very poor and public exposure is minimum. Uh, they only have some outdated contents, means fewer visitors, volunteers, and fundraising opportunities. Now here, the topic is customer persona. To illustrate the need for the change, I have created a customer persona whose name is Jason Thompson. He is 45-year-old primary school teacher from Sydney, who wants to organize a cultural tour for his student but finds that the website is outdated and is quite confused. There is no way to book the tour online and limited educational resources are available on website or social media. This represents a real user frustration about he want to some platforms you want to review through the platforms like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, so it can be easier for the peoples like Jason to engage with Gummingurru activities. The customer journey. As I already told, Jason expect modern features like online tour booking, some digital resources. These customer journey shows how user flow from awareness to engagement with emotion. If we can improve the website and integrate online booking and donation system, then we can get exposure through the visitors and some tourists. So this is the total customer journey from awareness to interest to consideration to booking to experience and engagement. To increase all the connection with people, the main thing is social media strategy. uh, talk Before talking about the social media strategy, I want to share that on the basis of report of what should we are social, about 82% of Australian citizens use different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram. So all these social media will be suitable for a Gummingurru to increase their social media strategy. Just like on Facebook we can post different community storytelling and event details. Now on Instagram we can be used for visual storytelling and cultural imaginary image videos. On in YouTube it can be used for educational videos and interviews with elders. And LinkedIn also can be used for professional partnership and sponsors sponsorships. So in this way we can increase our social media presence. Different digital tool and technologies can be used which are user friendly and affordable. We can use WordPress for website development. We can use tools like Fear Harbor or Ridgeday for online booking system, PayPal or Stripe for secure donation, Google Analytics or Media or Meta Insight for performance tracking, Microsoft Team or Zoom for collaboration and meeting with our donors, sponsors, and other teams or members, volunteers. Now, talking about ethical and cultural consideration. Ethical responsibility is the main thing about this project. Safety and ethical are the main thing to be considered for digital engagement. Image and stories must be supervised or approved by the elders. Cyber security and privacy about donors and volunteer data must be handled carefully. In terms of uh, created some sensitive content must be protected, and before sharing we have to do proper review regarding the content which we are going to share, and the privacy also main thing. I have also created some concept of website after being renew. We can create a homepage with a banner of Gummingurru images and posters. We can create a bottom for online form and payment for online. We can create a bottom of book or tour for online form and payment. We can create a bottom of join Guru crew for volunteer registration and engaging people. We can also use the some bottoms like donate for crowdfunding and sponsor pages of. We also can add some blog section with some cultural articles and educational resources, and we can also link some social media for integrated storytelling. This design is aimed to make the site engaging, functional, and culturally respectful within a single platform. All these strategy will make the Gummingurru Corporation more sustainable, attract community supporter, and protect cultural heritage for future. It also will increase the donation and fundraising. It also will increase visitors number and tourism revenue. And main important thing is it will preserve and share Waka Waka culture. During all this process, there are some risks, and those risks also can be mitigated some solutions using some solutions which are listed below. Now talking about this cyber threat, one of the main important risks is cyber threat, which can be addressed with SSL certificates or some secure payment gateway. And another risk is low engagement online, which also can be overcome by maintaining consistent and meaningful content updates on the social media platform. Now, at last, the main thing is cultural misrepresentation, which can also be prevented by content review and approval from cultural leaders and younger group and certain group of peoples. Yeah, finally, finally, a Gumingru has a powerful cultural story. It just need a new and modern digital tools to be used. By uh, renewing its website, it can protect culture and increase the visitors and public awareness, attract volunteers and donors along with some academic partnership. It will help in cultural education and tourism. Yeah, finally, and these are all are the references that support the research and research which are used in this project, including some reports in journals and social media trends. And thank you for all. And I at last I want to thank the Gummingurru Corporation for providing this opportunity to get knowledge regarding culture, preservations, and other things. Thank you.